stay tuned to the end because we're giving these away. Hey folks, welcome back to techgooch for another video review. This is a product from ZNEWTech. It's called the clock stand, and it's for the second generation Amazon Echo Dot. It is, but it isn't probably what you think it is. But what we're going to do is we're going to bring in the video so we have a much closer shot on the actual product itself. But I will say that it is available in both black and white to start with. So that said, bring it on in. So like I said, it's what they call a clock stand. Essentially, it's for the Amazon Echo Dot 2. So it fits nice and snug right here under the top, so it has full access to the microphones and everything. You can see here where we actually have a clock on the front of it. Really easy to set up. We just hit set, it'll blink, and you can actually change the time, change the hour, and hit set again, and it's good to go. Now, there is a information or settings on the back where you can change the format from a 12 to a 24-hour clock, and where you can turn daylight savings time off and on depending on the time you're actually in. Brightness settings here where we can actually adjust the brightness of the actual display itself. So if you have this in a very low lit room like for your nightstand and you don't want it to be crazy bright, you can turn it down and adjust it all you want. Now on the bottom, there's actually a place where you can actually put a couple batteries. These are just AAA batteries. I was first anticipating, oh, well, that if the power goes out, it'll at least keep the clock going. Maybe, no, 2 AA is definitely not going to power the Echo Dot, but then, of course, at the same time, if the power goes out, it really doesn't matter if your Echo Dot's running because your Wi-Fi is going out, so it really isn't going to help you in that regard. So it does not keep it going. If I unplug the power, what it does is it just maintains and saves what time it is so that when the power comes back on, and actually we'll wait a few minutes here, the time should actually go and coincide with the actual current time. Obviously if we didn't have a battery backup system in here, it would go back to midnight or whatever every time you reset it. Now, while we're waiting for that to prove that point, on the back here we have a backdoor access where we actually have the USB cord that actually plugs into the Echo Dot itself, because the actual factory cord that comes with your Echo Dot is what it's actually going to plug into this system itself. Now, I do kind of wish, to be honest, and I should say how you actually put this in here. You just drop it in with the ports facing backwards, and then you just take the USB cord and you slowly plug it into the actual Echo Dot itself. Just make sure it sets in good, and then we put in the door. Now for the price this is, I kind of wish that because it's always plugged in anyway, that there was maybe just rather than having you put in 2 AAA batteries, that there was just a small rechargeable battery that would keep it up. But at the same time, if you're going to use this for years, then that rechargeable battery would eventually run out anyway. So there are ups and downs, and of course at the same time I was going, oh, maybe it'll recharge it in the battery bank here, so if the power goes out, even the Echo Dot stays on. But like I said before, even if the Echo Dot does come back on or stays on, your Wi-Fi is probably going to go out. So and even though it's for me, like me, I actually have a battery backup system at my router, so if the power goes out, the router keeps going. Eventually I found every time I have a blackout, my internet provider goes out. So yeah, I may have Wi-Fi for a short bit of time after the power goes out, but eventually the internet goes out regardless. So let's go ahead and plug this guy back in. And, well, let's pull up my phone real quick. It should be 11:18. And let's see if I get 11:18. 11:17, which is probably about accurate because it's never going to be exactly right on the money. But yeah, as you can see, the time did change as I was speaking without it actually plugged in. And that's the usefulness of that battery, is just for that purpose itself. I do wish that even if the power went out, that the time would stay up so you could actually see it. That would be a big benefit in my opinion. Now here's where the big downside is. Obviously their thinking is you have the time access to you, so you don't have to ask the Echo what time it is. But the downside, at the same time, I wish that this actually had an alarm built into it. This does not. All this is just a clock stand. That's what it is. It's all it has. So if you use you can use the Echo Dot as your alarm clock. However, if the power goes out, it doesn't really matter. The alarm's not gonna go off. But that said, when the power comes back on, the Echo Dot will automatically boot back up and should be good. So as long as you're not in a long-term power outage, we should be good regardless. Just to point that out, that's just the one small little thing that I would notice on it. But for capability of being able to at least see what time it is, pretty cool device that basically just attaches right to your Echo Dot. So that is the clock stand for the Amazon Echo Dot. This is going to be for the 2nd generation Echo Dot. No idea if it's going to work for the future one, if they actually revise this guy. But pretty awesome. Like I said, it's available black and white. I am giving one of each of these away. And so if you want to have a chance to actually win these, one of each, all you have to do, subscribe to my channel, share this video via social media, whichever social media you prefer, doesn't matter to me. Like the video and comment below which color you would prefer. Give it a few weeks and then I'll actually choose by the end of April a winner for each color, and I will actually contact you directly. So that said, guys, if you have any other questions or comments for me, please let me know. Comment below for anything else, even in addition to the actual contest that we have going on with this guy. But that said, pretty neat little device. It's useful, and that's the nice thing. That's the thing I really like about it, is that it's useful. I do recommend throwing the batteries in the back just in case there is a power fluctuation. You don't have to worry about setting the time again. But then again, this is just time, not an alarm. So, but I do like it, actually. There's a lot of times on my end table, I actually use my Apple Watch on its charging stand, but I have to give it a tap to actually wake up to show me the time. In this case, it's always there, just like my old alarm clock that I used to have there, which is the one thing I really did miss. But I actually use my smartphone as my alarm clock, but its display goes to sleep like I want it to. I don't want it to be on all the time. So this basically gives you that option. So that's it, guys. If you have any other questions for me, let me know. I think I put all the stuff here, but it's a white LED, not a red one, so it's not that annoying color. And it's adjustable. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Catch you on a future review.